Welcome to the Morning Download Podcast, your go-to resource for personal finance, economics, and market insights. In just 8 minutes a day, we provide valuable information to help you make better money decisions. Don't forget to sign up for our free newsletter at https://www.morningdownload.com. Subscribe.
Hey there, investors. Rise and shine because it's earnings season, and boy, do we have some interesting news to share. Get ready for some surprises and shocks from the corporate world. Here's a fun fact to start your day. We've got around 17% of S&P 500 companies who have already shared their earnings report for this quarter. And guess what? A whopping 73% of them have come out with a positive EPS surprise. Talk about exceeding expectations. Now let's dig into the details. These positive surprises mean that these companies have outperformed what analysts predicted in terms of their earnings per share, EPS. It's certainly catching Wall Street's attention and putting a smile on investors' faces. But wait, there's more. Some of these unexpected earnings beats are coming from surprising corners. It's not just the big players making waves. Smaller companies are stepping up and earning their fair share of attention too. It's like a treasure hunt in the market where you never know what hidden gems you might stumble upon. So, if you're investing or planning to, make sure to keep an eye out for these pleasant surprises. It's always great to know that there are companies out there beating expectations and potentially generating some passive income for their shareholders. So recently there was this annual future investment initiative in Riyadh, Saudi Arabia, where some big shots from Wall Street got together. And let me tell you, the mood was a bit skeptical thanks to the ongoing geopolitical situation. But there was one person who remained positive amidst all the doubt. Harvey Schwarz, the CEO of Carlyle Group and former president of Goldman Sachs. Harvey had some advice for investors. He said, "Hey, be cautious, but don't let those opportunities slip by." According to him, the year ahead is going to bring some incredible alpha opportunities. But he also mentioned that we might face more headwinds than tailwinds. You know, as we adjust to this rate regime, there might be some challenges in the near term, yet that doesn't mean there won't be great alpha opportunities. Talking about opportunities, Harvey believes they can be found in various fields. Yep, including crypto, stocks, and precious metals. So there you have it, a ray of hope in the world of finance. Now let's shift gears a bit and look at some global hits. The world's largest sovereign wealth fund took a big hit, losing a whopping $34 billion in the third quarter. Ouch. But on a brighter note, the Asia markets bounced back a bit. They reversed some of their losses as key data came out from Japan, Australia, and South Korea. Looks like things are turning around there. Oh, and here's an interesting tidbit. Global demand for oil, coal, and gas is expected to peak by 2030. The world sure is changing, isn't it? And just a quick heads up, the climate crisis is costing us a staggering $391 million every single day. So let's talk about General Motors and what's been going on with their stocks. On Tuesday, the company announced its earnings, and it seems like they came out on top. Their adjusted earnings per share were $2.28, beating the estimated $1.88, and their revenue was $44, $13 billion, surpassing the estimated $43, $68 billion. That's definitely good news for General Motors. But unfortunately, things aren't looking so great for the future. You see, there's been a strike going on, and it's costing the company around $200 million per week due to lost vehicle production. Ouch, that's a significant hit to their finances. Because of this strike, General Motors has decided to pull its previously announced earnings guidance for the year. Initially, they were expecting to make $14 billion, but now they're revising it down to $7 billion. That's quite a drop. And as if things couldn't get worse, the United Auto Workers expanded their strikes to include a profitable full-size SUV plant in Texas. That's definitely putting more pressure on General Motors. But amidst all this turmoil, the company is still making some future plans. They're actually bringing back the Bolt, their best-selling electric vehicle that they had previously planned to discontinue. The new version will have some upgrades like LFP batteries, a Tesla-style charging port, and new motors and software. However, they haven't given us a specific date for when we can expect to see it. With all that's going on, it's clear that General Motors is facing some challenges, and they'll need to find a way to navigate through them while also listening to their workforce. Let's dive into what's happening in the world of crypto. First up, Coinbase has made it clear that it doesn't plan to put any withdrawal limits on Bitcoin. There were rumors swirling around that the company had imposed a $5 $0.000 per week limit on Bitcoin withdrawals, but Coinbase has refuted these claims. It seems like a user's post on social media got people talking, but the company wants to set the record straight. Moving on, FTX is looking to get back on track and restart its exchange. Currently, they are in negotiations with 3 potential bidders and are aiming to make a decision by mid-December. Since going bankrupt in 2022, FTX has been working hard to raise funds and repay its creditors. They have already managed to recover about $7 billion in assets, including a significant amount of crypto, amounting to $4 billion. Now let's talk about Bitcoin. It recently broke the $35,000 mark, briefly touching that level. The positive shift in sentiment is largely attributed to the potential of Bitcoin exchange-traded funds, ETFs. Investors are once again putting their trust in the world's largest cryptocurrency, which has more than doubled in value this year. In fact, some experts believe that the introduction of Bitcoin spot ETFs could result in a whopping $4 billion inflow, propelling prices up by 74%. Exciting times in the crypto world, right? Stay tuned for more updates. Have you ever considered earning passive income? It's a great way to make money without having to work tirelessly. After all, who wouldn't want to take breaks, relax, and have fun while still making money? If you're interested, here are 5 ways you can earn passive income. First, consider peer-to-peer lending. This involves lending money to individuals through platforms like Prosper and Happy Money. You can earn interest on the amount loaned, with some borrowers paying up to 10%. Keep in mind that this form of lending is unsecured, so there is some risk involved. Take the time to understand how it works and mitigate the risk. Another option is to invest in dividend stocks. These stocks can provide great returns, especially if you have a significant number of shares. However, you'll likely need to invest at least $100,000 to see substantial returns, since the average S&P 500 dividend yield is only 62%. Be cautious and research companies before investing. If you're not keen on investing, opening a high-yield savings account can be a good choice. These accounts offer higher interest rates compared to traditional savings accounts. Some banks even provide rates over 5% in the US and up to 10% internationally. It's essentially free money that grows as your savings accumulate, with minimal risk. Consider renting out your space as well. You can rent out your home, garage, parking space, backyard, or even your pool. Of course, there's always the risk of damage to your property, but the potential earnings make it worth considering. Depending on factors like location and size, homes can earn over $3,000 per month, garages around $1,000 per month, and parking spaces over $500 per month. Finally, you can let others make money for you. Platforms like Mainvest allow you to invest in businesses with as little as $100. It's similar to buying stocks, but instead, you're betting on someone else's success. Returns can be as high as 25% in some cases, but be sure to do your research on the businesses before investing. Passive income can be a game changer for your financial situation. Explore these options and find the one that aligns with your goals and risk tolerance. So today's personal finance quote really got me thinking. It goes like this: "He who buys what he does not need steals from himself." Now, isn't that an eye-opener? We often get caught up in the never-ending cycle of consumerism. We're constantly bombarded with advertisements and messages telling us that we need the latest gadgets, the trendiest clothes, and the fanciest accessories. But here's the thing. Most of the time, we don't really need all of that stuff. When we make impulsive purchases or buy things that don't add significant value to our lives, we're essentially stealing from ourselves. We're robbing ourselves of the opportunity to save and invest that money in things that truly matter, like building a secure future, pursuing our passions, or helping others in need. So, the next time you feel tempted to buy something, take a step back and ask yourself, do I really need this? Will it bring long-lasting joy or just fleeting satisfaction? Remember, every purchase we make has an impact on our financial well-being. Let's be smart about how we spend our hard-earned money and avoid stealing from ourselves. That's it for today's personal finance quote. Let it sink in and reflect on how you can make wiser choices with your money. Think of it as a reminder to prioritize your needs over your wants.
In this episode, we covered GM's surprising earnings season, the Future Investment Initiative event in Saudi Arabia, Coinbase's denial of Bitcoin withdrawal limits, earning passive income through various methods, and the wise words on buying unnecessary things. Thanks for tuning into the Morning Download, your go-to podcast for personal finance, economics, and market insights in just 8 minutes a day. Don't forget to subscribe for more helpful content and sign up for our free newsletter at Morning Download. Subscribe.